Welcome, everyone, to a great Sunday night with the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. So here's Miami's starting group. We've got Hero. Wiggins is out there with Adebayo. And it's Mitchell. And it's Weir in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the point. Well, both these teams, of course, Greg, strong and rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Here we go. Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
Now, Hero. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to Denver. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Hero sets the pick for Adebayo. Four on the shot clock. Randle with some nice D. Conley against Hero. Randle a screen on Hero. Conley gets the bucket.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. And it's Wiggins missing. Edwards against Mitchell. Fires from the wing. Second shot opportunity. A shot missing. Great D that time from Adebayo. Here's Wiggins. Uses the glass to drop it in.
A main area of emphasis for Wiggins moving forward has to keep knocking it down from the mid-range.
Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Conley, the pass to Edwards. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
The shot by Adebayo, no good. Timberwolves have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And it's Wiggins with the ball for the Heat. 4-point game. The Special K, we know the trade for Rudy Gobert took some time to click, but now it's looking like a great move.
Well, you know, figuring out how to play two bigs in this day and age with the way the game is played, pretty tricky, a slippery slope. And they stayed with it, to their credit, the Minnesota Timberwolves. And once they got it sorted out, Gobert was a force with his defense and his scoring out of the pick and roll. And I think one of the things undervalued in Gobert's improvement is the addition of Mike Conley. They've got a tremendous relationship, and I think Mike Conley's presence has been a real asset for Gobert as well.
Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
Just playing so strong down low. Adebayo knows you got to be ready for the fight inside.
Randle outside. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. That one falls.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. Now, they were raving about an opposing player, in this case, Andrew Wiggins. Coach said, I have tons of respect for Wiggins. 100% effort on both ends. Andrew can beat you scoring it, but he can also be a shutdown defender. High praise for Wiggins, the former first overall pick. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. And Coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. Michael Conley is third.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Mitchell outside. Back to Hero. Pass to Adebayo. There's the triple. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
2 points. That one goes.
Stop and pop. Conley dangerous everywhere.
The Heat trail by 5. Hero from long range. The rebound by Edwards.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Edwards, coming off a solid outing against Portland.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And, Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And, Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city, plus he's already got a street named after him.
This is what the team relies on Gobert for, clearing the glass and finishing the play.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Heat also with the sub. Marquez is checked in. Mitchell finds Marquez. Adebayo with the ball. Five to shoot. Marquez the pass to Ware. Here's Adebayo. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Adebayo's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. Here's Minnesota. Big stretch here going 10-2. Conley kicks to Randall. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the 3-pointer. Randall's got 7 points in the game.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Mitchell outside. Marquez with the screen on Conley. Here's Mitchell. And rebounded by McDaniels.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Now here's Conley. He had 15 points last outing. Conley sets a screen for Edwards. Shoots over Hero. Edwards, no good.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Minnesota leading by 6. Conley the pass to McDaniels. It's Edwards on the wing. Reed with a screen for Edwards. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now, here's Mitchell. Hasn't made one yet. Outside, Hero. All sorts of time. Julius Randle with the rebound.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
Conley inside the line. It's hauled in by the Heat. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
I mean, they went into that one with the thought that they may have a chance. No.
It wasn't pretty. That's definitely the case. I mean, I know they'd like to scrub that game from their memories and actually erase it from the hard drive.
And here is Conley following the three-pointer by Bam Adebayo. Here's McDaniels, and he banks in the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
Basically just ignored that contact inside. Really tough finish by McDaniels.
Mitchell kicks to Hero. To the inside. Here's Ware. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 8. A shot by McDaniels, no good.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Here's Ware. It's a 5-point game. Hero, no good. 1:15 left to play in the first. Conley with it. It's Edwards on the wing. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Miller's checked in for Randall. Joe Ingles comes in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Now here's Wiggins. 17 points for him last game against the Nuggets in Denver.
Boy, the things that Wiggins can do for you, a lot of them. That's what versatility is, being able to do a lot of different things well. He can finish off the catch, get his own shot. He draws fouls. He does a lot of things to generate offense.
To the paint, here's DiVincenzo. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Rozier looking around. They set the pick. Driving inside. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Terry Rozier able to play through that challenge and get the shot up and down. Good work.
Miller sets a screen for Edwards. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket. 7 seconds left to play here in the first. Just 3 on the clock. The shot comes out. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Timberwolves ahead, up 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
So it's Minnesota now. They've led by as much as 10. Fresh from a win against Portland.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Joe Ingles is out there with Miller. Then there's Anthony Edwards. Then there's Reed. And it's DiVincenzo in at point guard. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Clark, in terms of young superstars, it doesn't get much better than Anthony Edwards.
Amen to that, partner. Every franchise wants a franchise player. Minnesota, I think, hit the jackpot drafting Edwards first overall back in 2021. Last year, we saw Ant-Man take it to another level, making his first of what I think will be many All-NBA teams.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. Here is Edwards after Terry Rozier's basket. And finished off by Edwards.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
They set the pick. Down low. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Ooh, a forceful finish from the big fella.
Well, with a player for that size, you'd think he'd make the highlight reel more often.
Yeah, you know, he just appears to lack an edge at times in his game. I mean, he can be too passive and reluctant on the court.
So it's Minnesota now after the Heat pick up 2. Look at Edwards slotting home the 3.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Here's Rozier. Reed with the rebound.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to talk to his guys.
And checking out some numbers for Joe Ingles, how he performed last season. He averaged 4 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And every team wants a scorer to give them a lift off the bench, and that's just what he brings.
Well, he's instant offense. I mean, the game's momentum can be going one way, then bam, his scoring turns the tide.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Rozier, that falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Rozier's got 4 points this quarter.
One of the things coaches like is aggressive players, and Rozier is that in spades.
It's Edwards on the wing. Reed with a screen on Robinson. And the basket by Edwards.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Inside, here's Jokic. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Known as a ferocious scorer, Rozier is also solid at knowing when to give it up.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 20 from deep. Ingles. Wiggins with some nice D. The Heat trail by 7. And then jammed down as it goes right over Anthony Edwards.
Spectacular move. Wiggins' elevation, body control, strength, elite across the board.
Ingles, the bounce pass. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. When Naz Reid is out there, Clark, spacing the floor is a real asset for him.
For sure. And, you know, he really puts a lot of pressure on the defense because he can score from anywhere on the floor. And he's got great size and strength. And he does the little things, too. I mean, you look at his points and rebounds, but this guy gets deflections. He goes after loose balls. He gets you extra possessions on the glass. He steps in and takes charge. I mean, he does all the little and big things.
And that one falls for Reed. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? And remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Hero passes to Jovic. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Rozier for 3. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
You know, when Rozier gets a look he likes for the three-point shot, he'll knock it down on you.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. Randall with a screen for DiVincenzo. The good-looking shot from the wing. DiVincenzo's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass to Hawkins. Here's Jovic. He's defended by Randall. Shot's good by Hero.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Timberwolves leading by 4. And here is DiVincenzo. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Portland. Here's Alexander Walker. And it's Miami with the rebound. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That'll be game 4 of this 6-game road trip. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by Jovic. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for Miami. Over in the corner, Hawkins. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got his 3rd assist on the night. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the 2nd quarter so far. Ingles with the screen for Randall. It's rebounded by Jovic. Jovic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Rozier the pass to Jovic. Hawkins with a wide-open look. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Timberwolves have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the 2nd quarter. Hero against DiVincenzo. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. DiVincenzo's got 6.
Well, that's a nice play. DiVincenzo's a bankable jump shooter from just about any range.
Has to Ware. There's the pick. Hero from long range. Ingles with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 3. Randall outside. And it's Miami with the rebound. Jovic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Hawkins the pass to Hero. Miami no good on that time either. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the 2nd quarter. Here's DiVincenzo. He has 6. Randall from outside. And no good that time. Here's Hero. And that's basket number 4. He's taken 9 shots to this point.
And how about Harrell's body control, capable of still scoring even when the defense ups the ante in terms of physicality.
Now here's Randall. He had 19 points in the win against Portland. Here's Ingles. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. The Heat trail by 3. They set the pick to the middle. Jaquez can't hit.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. On the wing, Ingles. Trains it from beyond the arc. Now it's a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
There's the unselfishness you like to see in a guard. DiVincenzo keeping his eyes up and his options open.
Outside Rozier. Pass to Ware. Beyond the arc. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 4 assists now tonight.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now, here's Ingles. 5 points in the game. DiVincenzo finds Alexander Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Ingles. 3-pointer. Rebound by the Heat. It's their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves. And a wide open look for Hero. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these 3. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Now here's DiVincenzo. 6 points for him. And that one, good. DiVincenzo's got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, in the pick and roll, you got a lot of options, but sometimes the best option is to do it yourself. DiVincenzo making the right choice there.
On the wing, Rozier. Defended by Alexander Walker. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
And he makes the first.
Terry Rozier is a reliable and experienced player, so he knows how to lead his team.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Joe Ingles. Edwards has come in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Adebayo is checked in for Miami. Wiggins comes in for Jaime Jaquez. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Outside Conley. Pass to Edwards. There's the 3. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one. The Heat trail by 6. Right side Hero. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
It's his first trip to the line. And he knocks down the first one.
And, you know, the impressive ascension of Randall has been a lot of fun to watch. I mean, he's a double-double threat who plays with relentless energy.
And he makes both free throws. Now Hero. And Tyler Hero gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Timberwolves lead by 8. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, what has to happen differently on defense in the second half?
Well, a little bit more activity, and we just have to be committed to what we do. Our identity to be aggressive, but more consistent with it.
Both, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
When I look at Miami, I don't look at win-loss records at this point. I want to see improvement from game to game.
I wish fans saw it that way. Most of the time, it's about instant gratification. And now let's talk about our featured game. It was a solid first half for the Timberwolves.
Seems like they can't miss, just rolling offensively, getting whatever they want.
You haven't heard this in a while, fellas. SLN, Shaq-like numbers. When you're doing that, it means dominance.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
On the floor for Miami, Hero out there with Mitchell. Then it's Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the center, locking down the middle. Gobert trying to get open, and it's blocked. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And a miss there off the inbound. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Trailing here by 8. He's looking for Mitchell and finds him. Hero. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Mitchell's got 4 assists in the game.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
Over to the wing. Here's McDaniels. Trains the three-pointer. McDaniels got his second bucket of the night.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Clark, if you had one word to describe Mike Conley, what would it be?
Reliable, steadfast, dependable. And I know that's 3, but I wanted to give you 3 different words I could use to describe him. Only 2 seasons in his whole career has he not played at least 50 games. That speaks to durability and professionalism.
Pass to Edwards. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Davion Mitchell.
Edwards does not back down. Even if it means taking physically hard contact, he's fearless.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Edwards. And you see, don't you, Clark, the steady progression year over year for Anthony Edwards.
Well, he's already an all-star since his third season. With Edwards, the chance is there, if he continues to show the same improvement he's shown thus far, that he's going to be MVP caliber, and I dare say perhaps the face of the league for several years to come.
There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of this shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report. Mitchell against Edwards. Hero with the screen on Edwards. Mitchell dishes to Ware. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Mitchell missing. Timberwolves leading by 8. Over in the corner, Edwards. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Mitchell kicks to Hero. No good on the 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Back to Edwards. It's stolen by Adebayo. Mitchell against Edwards. Pass to Ware. Now Wiggins. There's the pick. From the arc. Minnesota with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Conley kicks to Edwards. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. The Heat trail by 8. Wiggins right side. McDaniels against Hero. Here's Wiggins. Rebound Minnesota. Miller finds Edwards. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Wiggins in the post. Working on McDaniels. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
And checking out some numbers for Gobert. Coming off a terrific season. And he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And looking back at last season, his complete dominance on the boards to rank number 2 overall. Absolutely remarkable. Here's Conley. Outside Edwards. The muscle from Edwards.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards, confident at taking on defenders and finishing.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Some changes for Minnesota. Mars is checked in, and it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. It's a 10-point game. Here's Ware. He has 7. Pass to Adebayo. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard, and now arguably a top 25 player.
First free throw is good.
And attitude plays such a big role in Adebayo's game. This guy is a worker. Doesn't mind getting his hands dirty if it means getting his team ahead.
He's off on the second. Now for over a decade, Clark, we've been in the player empowerment era. And it's generally been, I think, a positive for the NBA.
Yeah, I can't agree with you more in that regard. The players are the drivers of the league. They're the personalities. They're the visibility. They're the doers, the talented performers of a league that entertains globally. So they deserved more money and influence, and I think they've gotten both. Now, there are a few players that have kind of exploited that in a way that I don't think is most healthy by forcing trades, but I think it's a good thing overall.
Oh, a dead-eye shooter. Hero is always ready to snipe it off the feed.
Randall against Adebayo. And it's Miami with the rebound. Ware's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Mitchell passes to Hero. Misses from close range.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their league. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Hero passes to Ware. Mitchell outside. Wiggins from outside. It's hauled in by Shannon.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Here's Mitchell going inside. That's tipped, and that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. And the Heat with some changes. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Davion Mitchell. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Hero. Ware passes to Jaquez. Adebayo with the ball. Wiggins outside. 6 to shoot. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. And Randall throws it down.
In transition, Randall extremely mobile for a power forward.
Rozier with the ball. He's got 11. Pass to Jaquez. Rozier against DiVincenzo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. He was all alone on that one. And it's 6 points for Jaime Jaquez.
Well, about as easy an assist as you could have that time for Rozier.
Now here's DiVincenzo. 10 points for him. Pass to Shannon. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Heat trail by 9. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Picked by Randall. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Over in the corner, Jaquez. And it's off from three-point range. Minnesota leading by 6. Right wing. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Rozier defending. Lets it go from deep. Dante DiVincenzo, and that's good. DiVincenzo's got 13.
And the three-point shot of DiVincenzo is dangerous. Defense cannot allow him to get airspace from there.
Pass to Rozier. Driving the lane. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
One of the things Rozier does best, attack, going right at guys.
Now McDaniels, back to Randall. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by the Heat.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Here's Rozier. Bank shot, no good.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Shannon passes to McDaniels. Randall, a screen on Jaquez. A nice shot by McDaniels.
And the efficiency is there, but the aggressiveness is really lacking. So far, it hasn't hurt them, though.
Here's Rozier, and he gets it to go. Rozier's got 4 this quarter.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Adebayo against Randall. Poked loose, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. And the Heat making a change here. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the third. And here is Rozier. Outside Robinson. And again, it's the Heat missing. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Joe Ingles is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Minot in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Count it, good.
Conley, so crafty with that left hand of his. The veteran knows his way around the hoop.
Takes a step back. Here's Rozier. Jaquez outside. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
And Miami making a change here. Burks is checked in. And the Timberwolves with possession here. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Pass to Ingles. It's up a 3. And Rozier pulls it down. The Heat trail by 9. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Good job that time initiating the action by Rozier. He forced the defense into that foul.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Rozier. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Timberwolves. They lead by 7. This game is finished. They'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team.
Conley just keeps producing. He's the ultimate professional.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They've shown no let-up. Penetration, knife it inside. The defense has to tighten it up if they want to slow this team down.
You know, the defense has given them that shot, and they've knocked it down consistently, and that's been a real key factor for them tonight.
That's good from Conley.
And Conley's the guy that leads by example. And as a result, his teammates respect and trust him completely.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Heat. And so Mike Conley nails both of them.
Tell you what, Conley may not be in his prime from an age standpoint, but I tell you, he is still tremendous as a floor leader, general, and he's a stabilizing presence on this team.
Robinson for 3. Nailed from three-point land.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
It's Edwards on the wing. Guarded by Robinson. And Edwards with the stop.
Boy, the athleticism of Edwards is something to behold. Love watching him sky up to throw it down.
Robinson against Edwards. Rozier with the screen for Robinson. Pass to Rozier. Gobert with the block.
So good at finding these swats. Gobert loves reaching out and sending them away.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Here's Jovic. Now Robinson. The 3-ball. And the Heat, another 3.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
Ingles finds Gobert. It's rebounded by Jovic. Jovic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Robinson against Edwards. Rozier the pass to Jovic. Shot clock at 6. Heat moving the ball around. Johnson, that's for 2. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And now it's only a 5-point Timberwolves lead. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Heroes checked in for Johnson. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. He demanded something of his guys. He said, I'm not satisfied yet. Are you? You've worked hard, but we need to keep piling it on. Don't give them any hope. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Pass to DiVincenzo. Shoots over Hero. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
DiVincenzo really setting the tone offensively. Fantastic stuff from him tonight.
Edwards against Rozier. That one's not going to go. Great D that time from Edwards. Misses the layup.
Uh-oh. Changed his mind on the way up and tricked himself.
Rozier into the lane.
Rozier has a really impressive offensive arsenal. He can beat you in a lot of ways.
Timberwolves leading by 5. Here's DiVincenzo. Right side, Edwards. Over Rozier. Edwards getting the close range, too.
Well, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Pass to Rozier. Minnesota with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
And it's Rozier missing.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
DiVincenzo with it. Pass to Reed. The 17-footer. And yet, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
Naz Reid is a very good shooting big.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Rozier off target on the 15-footer.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Shoot 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Boy, the upside DiVincenzo has is obvious. I mean, now it's up to him to continue working on his game and keep getting better.
And Miami making a change here. Ware's checked in. Bam Adebayo comes in for Jaime Jaquez. Wiggins is checked in for Robinson. And Davion Mitchell's subbed in for Rozier. The Heat trail by 13. To the left side wing. Stolen by Reed. Now here's Randall. Pass to Reed. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Reed's got 6 in the quarter.
Off-ball preparation paying off for Reed. He was just waiting for that pass.
Now here's Adebayo. Fader on the way. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Miami no good on that time either. Minnesota leading by 15. Randall passes to Alexander Walker. Wiggins with some nice D.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Pass to Adebayo. Fires the three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here is DiVincenzo. Here's Reed. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
On the inside, Reed's got a deep bag that he can go to. I mean, he's a hard guy to cover.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw.
And every season, it seems, Reed takes another step forward in adding to his game, and that's a testament to his strong work ethic.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Edwards is checked in. Good on the second free throw. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. They trail by 16. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Anthony Edwards.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Good ball movement here by Miami. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Mitchell. They could use a bucket. The rebound by Edwards. Timberwolves leading by 16. 1:58 left to play in the final quarter. Conley for 3. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. The Heat trail by 16. Mitchell outside. Back to Hero. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Down low. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
And the playmaking ability of Hero, special. Outstanding pass there off that pick and roll.
Conley into the lane. And there it is for him.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Timberwolves.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And, guys, sometimes it's hard during the first meeting of the season to get a feel for a team. But these guys came out and made the necessary adjustments, and they have to feel good about going up 1-0 in the season series here against Miami.
And, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Anthony Edwards.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Clark, when you played, virtually every team had an enforcer. But that is a rare breed, it seems, in today's game.
Yeah, that's a good observation by you, I think, Kevin. I mean, a lot of teams had more than one enforcer back in the early 80s when I was playing. There's less physicality in general in the NBA today. And I think that's why you see fewer enforcers, and there's a much greater premium on skill level than the enforcement component that existed in the early 80s and maybe a little beyond that.
And so Mike Conley nails both of them. 1:03 left here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Ware. Hero against Conley. Hero no good. Now Edwards. Randall with the ball. Alexander Walker finds Gobert. Clock at 4. Fades and shoots. That one drops for him. And the Timberwolves lead by 17.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. There's a screen. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Rudy. This is a defense-first team, and you picked it up in the second half. What changes did you make at the half?
I feel like we weren't focused in the first half defensively, and we just have to come back and communicate and just be focused, you know, and that's what we did.
Attention to detail, Rudy. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now, our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.